done a stream in a little bit, so why not do one on this lovely afternoon. Hello everyone who's joining. It's Bad Drivers North Central Maryland here. I've spent way too much money today, but you know what? I don't care. I got stuff that I like. Currently leaving the Carroll County or the Westminster train show. I made out like a bandit today, both my dad and I. This is actually the second time I've been up here today. I came up here earlier with my dad and nephews. I think I called HO Buildings. And I just came back and picked up some brand new collector's rail cars, rolling stock for from the Western Maryland Historical Society, the Western Maryland Railroad or Railway Historical Society. So that was pretty cool. Just drive on the left outside of the road here. Phlegm. Alright. Next. I'll probably have to start editing my next video sometime this week. That way, it's actually out on time for once. Hopefully I actually get a minute. That's the thing that I've been struggling with the past few weeks, is just that I just haven't had the time. It's like, you know, I want to do, it's like I want to do things, and I also want to edit my videos and stuff like that. I just haven't had the time. But yeah, I'm just excited. I made it out like a bandit. I just picked up 2 new buildings. So one's a water tower, and one is a factory for what looks like Purina pet food. Funny enough. I also picked up a new building earlier today too. That was a model of the Hampstead Rail Station, which I am super excited about. Blood on your face, big disgrace, kicking your can on the place. We will rock you. Excuse me. I'm also quite tired today because I went and saw the Trans-Siberian Orchestra last night up in Hershey, PA, and didn't get back home until about midnight. Then I had to wake up, 6:30 to go to church. Well, I didn't have to. I just chose to because I like going to the early service because it's a lot quicker than the regular services. That's the old joke goes, how to tell you're in a Catholic church. Everyone's standing, then kneeling, then standing, and checking their watches. That's how you can tell you're inside a Catholic church. I'm also excited because I'll be getting a hot shave in like 2 weeks, another week or so. Is the place I work for did No Shave November, and I participated, and I am so scruffy right now. Doesn't itch anymore most of the time, but I did make my appointment to get it shaved off already for on December 1st, because I was laughing. Originally I was going to get it done actually like after work on the 30th, but they apparently everyone else had the same idea that I did, because the barber I go to get the hot shaves was completely and utterly booked that day. I'm like, oh, shocker. So so I'll be going in. You know what? I'm gonna go get a coffee. I need something. Trust these people. This is like one of the few places I don't go because this exact reason. People come in, they want to go in the 7-Eleven, they make that first right. One of the few places where there's a dedicated merge lane that I will actually wait to make sure it's safe, because people coming in off of 140 technically have the right of way, and they want to make that right turn. We gotta yield to them. At least like that Nissan Shocker was a Nissan too. They actually signaled, so that was nice. A lot of times people don't, and then you're like, oh my god. Heck, you should just do a little layout if you can. I tell you, mile railroading is like one of my favorite things to do. As I like to joke, between my cars and my model railroading hobby, there's no one would have to worry about me ever, becoming an alcoholic or druggie or anything like that, because I wouldn't have the money to buy any of that crap to begin with. I just spent way too much money on this stuff. I just spent $250. I'm like, I'm not going to spend all that money, but I'm going to bring it just in case. I shouldn't have brought it. This is the false ordering booth. Real one's the next one. This one used to be the original one, but then they put in a new one and they never took this one down. They just left it up. Well, like growing up, I was pretty much in, if it had wheels and an engine, I was into it. So like cars and trains and stuff, I just loved growing up. And my grandfather and my great-grandfather were both in model railroading and passed it down to my dad, who then got me into it, and I love it. I think it's fun to do. So, pretty stoked about that. Nice. Tom, an actual running Thomas the Tank Engine makes appearances at Strasburg Railroad all the time, up in PA, just over the state line.
Hi, how can I help you?
Yes, can I get a large caramel hot latte?
Large hot latte caramel. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Second window, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, how can I help you?
Fun little fact, actually, about the state of Maryland. So, the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Museum, or Baltimore and Ohio Railroad, my bad, is actually the first railroad in the United States, or one of the first. I think it was the first, like, actual, like, certified or what railroad, and not like, you know, something being used in like a mine or something. Oh, and something else that's cool. So the Western Maryland Railway, which is what serviced probably what this part of the state the most, was actually founded here in Carroll County. There's like 4 Dunkin' Donuts in this area. There's one on 91, one on Route 30, one on 140, this one that's also on 140. We're going to have another one on 97 shortly. Westminster is going to have like 3 locations. Hampstead has 2. Finksburg has 2. Oh, the one's not really Finksburg, but I'm just going to count it as Finksburg because it's not that far away from Finksburg. We have a lot here. Yep. Yeah. Thank you. You too. That truck behind me, its transmission is failing. I don't know if you could hear it, but that thing was whining like a motherfucker. It's just, it was all like. So that's the noise that Old Blues made before it failed. In fact, Old Blues would make it when it was in park and neutral, which is why I was like, yeah, something's wrong with this. But my parents were like, no, it's fine. Let's drive it to Landover. Then we got stuck in Landover because the transmission failed. I still won't let it go. I'm going for the left here. Well, that's what I mean. Like, that day that the Old Blues transmission failed, I mean, phew. So these Aztecs actually had the transmission that's in them isn't the best, and it was known that they weren't the best, but they're not horrible either. And at this time period, one of the known issues that these transmissions had was you could start the car, but you may not be able to put it in the gear right away. You have to let it sit for about 30 seconds to a minute and let the fluid warm up a little bit, and then you could put the car in the gear and start driving. In fact, Old Blue's starting to do that again, but I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, so my parents sent me out to go start the car and let it warm up a little bit before we went on this family excursion down to Landover to watch the Notre Dame Navy football game. And I go out there, start the car, let it warm up, and as soon as I started, the transmission's just like, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. That is very, very not good. And I shut the car off, went and told my parents, like, hey, we should not take it. That thing is making a very bad noise. And my parents like, well, we don't want to cram, you and your sister in the back of the BMW, blah, 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 blah. Let's just take it, blah, blah, blah. We took it. There, my dad's like, oh, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. We get down there. We had no issues going down. But when we left and we were in the stop and go traffic leaving the stadium after the game is when we ran into the issue, because that's when it slipped out of gear and wouldn't go back in. My dad's sitting there throwing in park, drive, reverse, just trying to get it to start working again. And thankfully it started to work again and we were able to limp the car back home, which was good because that would have been one hell of a tow to get towed from Landover all the way back up the Carroll County. His Landover's right outside of DC, so that would have easily been like a $300, $400 tow. Easy. But then the car just kind of sat in our driveway for a few months, and then was our front yard ornament. Then I got my learner's permit, and my parents fixed the transmission. BMW, why did you stop like that? There's literally no reason why you had to stop past the stop bar like that. It wasn't like the light just changed. It's been red for a while. Somebody probably wasn't paying attention. I was gonna say, you probably should just avoid exploders to begin with. There's a reason why they have the nickname of Exploder. I still love my Crown Vic though. Crown Vic's been awesome. It's a Jeep. It's a Jeep. So my aunt used to own one of those things, and it always smelled like it was going to catch on fire. It was burning oil, and she never got fixed. The drive-in stuff, and that thing just, whew. I was not a fan. It wasn't the worst car I've ever driven, but it definitely, I would not buy one after driving hers. But I would give them a second chance only because it wasn't in the best of shape anyway. So I would give that car a second chance if it was maintained properly. But wow, that's like the busiest thing I've seen that mall in a long time. What's going on today? What kind of sale do they have at Boscov's? gonna hit the gas there, Ford. Now you're like an old van. Golly. That was a little painful there. It's got the stereotypical Ford brake lights that are barely visible because the person's like never changed a light bulb in their life, apparently. Move that guy. Ford, that's actually the Chevy. So, I apologize. Those vans look very, very similar from the back. They're completely different automakers too. That's why I always laugh. Those old Ford E300, E20, whatever vans, and the Chevy Express vans. It's like if you aren't paying attention, they can be so freaking similar from the back. She's doing good. Haven't put that much mileage on her because so during the week I kind of switch back and forth between the Old Blue and Graybird. That way they're not sitting for long periods of time. So I'm not putting as much mileage on her as I probably would, but it's like when Old Blue finally kicks the bucket, or we finally get rid of her, whenever that is. I'll start driving Graybird Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday. Well, she'll be my primary mode of transportation, and then on the weekends I'll be driving this Blue 2 because I'm not a lot because of the license plate I put on Blue 2. I can't drive her every day. So I would drive the Graybird as my primary mode, and Old Blue will be my weekend / Friday car. Because I put historic registration on this car. And why would you do that? Why would you do that? God damn. Amazon. There we go. Now it's back. Only took it like 5 years. bad weather tonight too. It's supposed to be very windy and rainy and stuff. And I saw, I mean, that was like me looking at it for like a split second. It looked like they were doing a, I don't know, thunderstorm chances or something, but it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, also, Bluetooth here is less than 400 miles from 100,000 miles. She is almost into the 100,000 mile club. Ugh. Should be due for our oil change in what? After that, 1,400 miles after that. She'll get her 100,000 mile service. Get new wires, plugs, and stuff like that. Maybe new brakes. That'll be a pretty fucking pen. Love this car, but cars are expensive. Since there's a student driver in there, I'm going to pull in here to end my stream. Pull in the old bus loop here. That way I don't freak out the student driver for just pulling in there and then leaving for no reason. Whee! It's a fun little fact that those paw prints that you see on the pavement there, that was actually a senior prank that happened here. God, I don't even know when. And they actually thought that was a really cool idea, so they kept it. So there's a little fun fact about North Carroll here. I'm sad that they closed this building, but oh well. Life moves on. It is what it is. So, alrighty. Well, I guess we'll end this stream here. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.